Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction video. My name is Paul, the Canadian Snowman, and yes, we're here with Queen Elizabeth. I did that one was like, what did I call that video? What is Great Britain, or like what's the difference between Great Britain, England, and all that kind of stuff, and which made me like, I was kind of curious how much power does Queen Elizabeth really have, like. Because, part of me thinks, oh, it's just kind of like, a figurehead, she's the symbol, but she doesn't have any kind of real power. But then part of me thinks, man, she probably has a lot more power than we think. She probably just doesn't use it. So I figured, I'd make a video on it. So found this little clip. Oh, hopefully this actually is a good video. It has 174 views, so I might not even be posting this. So be smart. Was that what it? Hold on. Scroll down here. Yeah, be smart. So let's check it out, guys. Before we do, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's check out Queen Elizabeth. She's been around. It feels like forever. I know, like since at least World War II. I've seen the first season of The Crown, and it was pretty good. I haven't seen the rest of them, but I have seen the first season, and it kind of gives you a really good insight, I guess, how she became, queen and stuff like that. So that's all very interesting. If you guys want to check that out, I think it's on Netflix. But anyways, let's check it out.
On the 21st of April 2020, Queen Elizabeth II turned 94.
Wow.
She has ruled longer than any other monarch in British history.
94. Wow. When people get up in that age, it makes you think, like their day is coming soon. I hate to talk about that kind of stuff, but I know, like, hopefully that day's like, a dozen years, 20 years, 30 years from now. But I know when that day does come, like, the whole world is going to come to a standstill, and and the funeral, all that stuff. It's just going to be huge. It's just going to be huge and well deserved. But anyways, I'm sorry. Sorry, I just paused it right off the bat, didn't I?
Monarch in British history. As Queen, she has been served by 14 UK Prime Ministers, including Winston Churchill, Margaret Thatcher, and more recently, Boris Johnson. Becoming a much-loved and respected figure across the globe, her extraordinary reign has seen her travel more widely than any other monarch, undertaking many historic overseas visits. Known for her sense of duty and her devotion to a life of service, she has been an important figurehead for the UK and the Commonwealth during times of enormous social change. But at this point, is the British monarch's role purely ceremonial, or does she hold any real political power?
So I seen Trump. Wasn't there some kind of didn't he do something wrong when he went to visit the Queen? Like walked in front of her or something? I don't know. I just kind of remember that there was some kind of controversy there or something. I don't know. Queen is awesome though, because I'm Canadian and she's on our money, so love the Queen and the tradition and stuff. I love all that. I think the UK, you guys are awesome with your tradition. I think that's really cool. And as a Canadian, I think it's kind of cool. We're part of the Commonwealth to be part of that. So just saying.
Because many people still don't understand what kind of authority Her Majesty has.
Right.
To answer the question about the real power of the Queen, let us start with the relationship between the Queen and the Prime Minister.
Okay.
The Queen has a special relationship with the Prime Minister, regardless of their political party. Despite the fact she is a constitutional monarch who remains politically neutral, the Queen retains the ability to give a regular audience to a Prime Minister during his or her term of office. The Queen gives a weekly audience to the Prime Minister, at which she has a right and a duty to express her views on government matters.
That's cool.
After a general election, she has the prerogative of the appointment of the Prime Minister.
I have just been to see Her Majesty the Queen, who has invited me to form a government, and...
I'm sorry, I'm pausing again, but like I said, I think it's just so cool, because I remember like in the TV show The Crown, like she had the influence, but that was like real early days. I wasn't sure if she still had that kind of thing where she would talk to the prime minister. But I mean, if you're running for office, like, you better have the queen on your side. I'm assuming like that's a big thing, having the queen on your side as far as like trying to get votes and something, get elected. I'm assuming, you know. I mean, the queen probably might not even try and get in the middle of that, but.
Queen, who has invited me to form a government, and I have accepted. We're going to fulfill the repeated promises of Parliament to the people and come out of the EU on October the 31st. No ifs or buts.
After a new prime minister has been appointed, he is invited to a ceremony called the Kissing Hands. In the past, it referred to the requirement that the office holder actually kiss the hands of the sovereign, as a symbol of personal fealty and loyalty to the sovereign, that fealty and loyalty being a requirement to serve in the king's or queen's government. In modern times, office holders are not expected physically to kiss the hands of the sovereign before assuming the role. Simply being received by the queen is taken to validate the selection. Now, let us speak about the queen and the parliament. The queen has an important formal and ceremonial relationship with parliament. The phrase Crown in Parliament is used to describe the British legislature, which consists of the Sovereign, the House of Lords, and the House of Commons.
Yeah.
Opening and closing.
The king's still around too, right? That's awesome. That's awesome. But obviously the queen's the one that has the power.
The House of Lords and the House of Commons. Opening and closing Parliament. The Queen must officially open Parliament by addressing both houses in the Queen's speech, to show how neutral she is. The speech is not drafted by the Queen, but by the government, outlining plans and future legislation.
My Lords and members of the House of Commons, my government's priority has always been to secure the United Kingdom's departure from the European Union on the 31st of October. My government intends to work towards a new partnership with the European Union based on free trade and friendly cooperation.
The official term for shutting down Parliament is proroguing. During this period, there are no sittings in the House of Commons or the House of Lords. That means MPs and peers do not hold debates or vote on laws. The decision to prorogue rests with the Queen, done on the advice of the Prime Minister. And it's exactly what happened in 2019. Boris Johnson asked the Queen to prorogue Parliament so he could avoid opposition to his Brexit plans. Parliament may have the power to make the laws, but the Queen must sign off with the proposed bill before it officially goes into effect. She must give what's known as royal assent, which means that she approves the proposed law, or doesn't. The last time a monarch didn't grant royal assent was in 1708.
Wow.
On top of the prerogative of the Queen and the government, she also...
Okay, just say she doesn't sign off on it, but that's what, like, the government wants. Can they override her or maybe change the law to where they can override her? Because maybe that's the reason why, she might go along with it, because she might lose power by the government, changing laws to where she gets less power. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's interesting, very interesting.
On top of the prerogative of the Queen and the government, she also has the abilities to pardon criminals. The Queen has the royal prerogative of mercy. It's one of the historic royal prerogatives of the British monarch, by which he or she can grant pardons, informally known as a royal pardon, to convicted persons. This is another power, though, that she doesn't use much nowadays. The original purpose of royal pardon was to provide an exemption from the now abolished death penalty. But what you have to know is that the practice of royal pardon is less common today. The Queen doesn't need a passport to travel. When traveling overseas, the Queen does not require a British passport. The cover of a British passport is in EU format, maroon in color, and features the royal arms. The first page contains another representation of the arms, together with the following wording. Her Britannic Majesty's Secretary of State requests and requires in the name of Her Majesty all those whom it may concern to allow the bearer to pass freely, without let or hindrance, and to afford the bearer such assistance and protection as may be necessary.
That's awesome.
As a British passport is issued in the name of Her Majesty, the Queen doesn't have to possess one. All other members of the royal family, including the Duke of Edinburgh and the Prince of Wales, have passports. The Queen commands the armed forces. The Commander-in-Chief of the British Armed Forces, also referred to as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Crown, is a constitutional role vested in the British monarch, currently Queen Elizabeth II, who as head of the state is the head of the armed forces. All British soldiers must swear an oath to her before officially joining the armed forces.
That's awesome.
The Queen and honors. As Fountain of Honor in the UK.
So, I got this from that TV show. She can declare war, right? If she wanted to. I mean, obviously the government could probably overrule that, but she can probably just declare war on a country. Obviously, she's not going to, but like in theory, I guess she probably could. I think so far she doesn't have a lot more power than, like I say, I don't know, expected or whatnot. I just think, she just doesn't use it.
The Queen has the sole right of conferring titles of honor on deserving people from all walks of life, in public recognition of their merit, service, or bravery. The most well-known honors are probably MBEs, OBEs, and CBEs, but there are a whole range of other honors that the Queen awards in addition to these, such as the Order of Merit, or the Order of St. Michael and St. George.
So she can still make you a knight, right? Like, if you're good graces, she can knight you. That'd be awesome. I want to be a knight.
Merit, or the Order of St. Michael and St. George. According to some of the oldest traditions, the Queen is the ultimate source of power in the British government. The British legislature is formally known as the Queen in Parliament. But as we saw, in modern practice, the Queen wields no real political power to act independently of the wishes of Parliament or the Prime Minister. I hope you found this video interesting. If you are new to the channel, consider to subscribe and then hit the notification bell icon.
Already did, buddy.
Thanks for watching.
Well, there we have it, guys. Kind of set things. Oh, yeah. Other video, or that I might have heard this from. So she doesn't have to have a driver's license, right? I think I heard that too. That she doesn't need a driver's license, which is really cool too. She doesn't need a passport. He's like, get up and go to a different country. But I mean, I guess it depends on what country. I mean, when you get there, then they might, they're not going to stop her. But anyways, what do you guys think of this video? And I'm sure there's a lot of other power things. I mean, it wasn't a very long video, and they probably didn't touch on a lot of other things that the Queen could probably do or whatnot. But I like it very interesting. I find the whole like monarchy and that kind of thing really interesting. I want to visit. Excuse me. I want to visit someday. I just be cool to go around in castles and just, I don't know. I just think that's really cool. Museums and stuff. But anyways, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching this, and I definitely will catch you guys in future videos. Thanks for watching.